News 46 is brought to you by the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino, located at the intersection of Route 372 and Highway 160. You can call the Pahrump Nugget at 775-751-6500, or you can visit their website at www.parumpnugget.com. And by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain. You're watching KPVM News 46 at 5 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Friday, April 29th, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. Topping our news this evening, the Town Board Agenda Item number 7 was a representation by Carl Dolan, the Community Assessment Coordinator for the Nevada Rural Development Council pertaining to community assessments.
Some of the benefits to a community involved in a community assessment: it's an affordable assessment process. The total cost is about $15,000. Beginning steps of strategic planning may be used as an in-kind contribution on a grant that might be applied for, because there's a lot of time and effort that's put in by the community. Again, the final report can be used for strategic planning. It can be the basis for action plans. It can be something that can be given to state or federal agencies to say this is what our community is about and what we would like as a community. It can be used with the Nevada Community Foundations to say, hey, as we're looking for support, this is what our community is called for. Again, an attachment or even match for grants. If it's an Economic Development Administration reporting process, it could be part of that. And it could be identify opportunities within the community for people to become engaged in making a difference in their community. The end product would include the report, which contains the major themes and issues that were identified, provides an analysis and recommendations on each of those themes, and identifies resources to carry out those recommendations. Importantly, it invites new people to become engaged in community efforts. In Mineral County and Hawthorne, youth concerns were identified as one of the major issues, and a committee was formed made up of youth, school representatives, representatives from the community, representatives from Cooperative Extension, the 4-H program, and other programs to say what can we be doing to aid the youth in our community. One that I really like is that in Douglas County down in Topaz Ranch Estates, which is way down at the southern end of the county, they were having a problem with propane pricing. That was identified clearly within the assessment. Somebody was able to take that assessment, take it to other providers, and when they did that, they ended up with some competitive pricing, and the price of propane actually went down in the community, because it wasn't just come and fill my tank, but we have this whole community that can use your product and your service. One of the challenges that we identified in White Pine County and Ely is exactly that between City Council, which is an independently elected board, and the County Commission, in terms of they're in the same town even, and they were having some difficulty in communicating. And we have recommended that they begin that process of starting to hold some joint meetings to start looking at joint projects. But how do we maintain that open communication in ways that people don't think things are being done in secret, and that they can be heard when they have concerns? That's part of what this process is about, is that everyone has the opportunity to be heard.
Desert View Hospital held a no-cost immunization clinic today. The clinic offered free TDAP shots, vision, dental, and hearing screenings, and dental fluoride treatments for children. It also offered free TDAP and flu shots for adults. News 46 spoke to Director of Marketing, James Oscarson.
What we're doing is a no-cost immunization clinic for children today. In addition to that, Vern, we're doing there's some teeth sealing and things that are going on from Bright Smiles. We're doing some hearing screenings from the state. We're also doing some adult Tdap and flu shots if the patients want them.
How many children and adults have we seen come through here today?
You know, I don't have a count. I'm guessing over 200 at this point. I know that we've reprinted things a couple times, and we were hoping for this kind of turnout, and the wind didn't deter them. They're all here.
Tell me about some of your vendors.
Well, we have people from all our community partners and some of our partners over the hill for services we don't have. Our local Walmart's here, the senior program to make sure seniors aren't defrauded, Monte Vista Hospital, the Southwest Medical Associates is here doing all the administration of the injections. The WebIZ folks are here, would put all the all the shots for the kids into the national database. It's a great opportunity for us to serve the community.
Is this going to become an annual event for you? How's this going to play out with the results that you're receiving?
I think it absolutely will be an annual event for us. I think the turnout has been outstanding for us, and I think we also want to make sure that during our fall health fair we'll do some of these kinds of services as well.
Is there any cost to anybody that come in today?
This is all covered by corporate sponsors, folks who have taken care of this. That's why we call it no cost instead of free. Free would indicate it was free. Somebody's paying for this, but nothing to our community, no charge to our community.
And what can you expand on what type of shots that the children would be getting and some of the procedures that might be available for them today?
Today, again, they'll have hearing screenings, they have eye screenings. The shots that will be given are based on their age, whatever's required by their age. And the thing we're doing different this year is we're doing Tdap shots, which is required by the school district for the kids to go into 7th grade. So we're doing those at no cost as well.
How are the kids finding, have you talked to any of the kids, how they thought about getting balloons and all this free stuff that they're running around?
You know, there's a lot of great stuff. The folks that are here have brought a lot of great stuff for the kids, and we're trying to take the edge off the shot component of it, making that the last component of it, so it's working.
During the Desert View Hospital event today, we had a chance to speak to Melissa Kahn about National Infant Immunization Week.
This is National Infant Immunization Week, and we're here supporting Southern Nevada Immunization and Health Coalition. Southwest Medical Associates are here actually as the caregivers for today. We're providing immunizations for children 0 through 18 years of age, trying to focus also on making sure that the children are up to date with their immunizations, especially the ones that are required for their school.
How many children have you seen today?
I don't have an exact count, but I'm sure that we've seen over 100 at this point. Some we've seen entire families come in. We're getting them all caught up. Anything from a flu shot through their Menactra or their Tdap is the big one. And then we're also encouraging the parents to have the Tdap as well. Tdap is pertussis, which is the whooping cough, and as you know, there has been an outbreak in some of our neighboring states, and so we're encouraging anybody that has contact with children to come out and to get the Tdap and to help protect our children.
What does it take to put on an event like this, sponsorship-wise, cost-wise?
There's a lot of coordination. So the Southern Nevada Immunization and Health Coalition, we've been planning this now really for several months. We have a lot of different vendors out here with us today. They're doing fluoride treatments, they're doing vision screenings, hearing screenings, providing just general education, and so it's a good overall event to come out and learn more about your healthcare resources that are available both in the community and in neighboring communities.
One of the free services offered during the Desert View Hospital event today were TDAP shots for both children and adults. Pam Beal of the Southern Nevada Immunization and Health Coalition explains.
Well, a Tdap shot is tetanus, diphtheria, acelera, pertussis, and we have a mandate in the state of Nevada since 2007 that says that any child that is 11 years of age and going to be entering the 7th grade, they need to have a Tdap shot. So that's important, and that's why we're here today. In addition to the Tdap shots for the adolescents, we're offering Tdap shots for adults to make sure that infants are protected from pertussis. So most people, they may not, like you say, be familiar with the word pertussis, but they are familiar with whooping cough. And it's the cough where you're whooping or sounding like a crane. So babies, infants, their lungs have not developed yet, and when they are infected with or contract pertussis, and it's usually from someone in their household, their lungs basically collapse because it just can't take all of the coughing and everything. And so it's really important for adults and all the folks or people in the family who's going to be around an infant to be protected. And so we have a great opportunity today to provide pertussis for adults as well. If we're invited back, we hope to partner with the Desert Valley Hospital and some of the other community groups and come back and help out with back-to-school shots. And that will be in August of this year.
Well, I sure am glad that they offered free shots for everybody, but ow, the one little girl that they showed several times tonight getting it in the leg.
But she got a balloon afterwards, so that was good, right?
Yeah,
no? Not enough?
I guess so. It was a lot going on there at Desert View Hospital today. I think that was very nice that they had all that for the community.
It was great. Folks, after the break, the Pahrump Town cleanup is coming.
And we'll have your Save a Pet segment.
All this and more right after the break. Please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino, located at the intersection of Route 372 and Highway 160. You can call the Pahrump Nugget at 775-751-6500, or you can visit their website at www.parumpnugget.com. And by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
Welcome back to News 46. The Salvation Army Emergency Disaster Service teams are responding to the destruction left by an outbreak of tornadoes that tore through the southeastern U.S.
That's right. More than 190 people have lost their lives, and Tuscaloosa, Alabama has suffered a great deal of damage as more storms are tracking through northern Alabama, northwest Georgia, and southeast Tennessee.
The Salvation Army already has teams providing food, drinks, and spiritual support to the storm survivors. And
additional Salvation Army EDS feeding units are currently en route to affected areas throughout Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee.
Another 22 mobile feeding units, including catering trucks, mobile kitchens, and 20,000 meal per day full-service field kitchens are on standby.
Financial donations are needed to help with the Salvation Army disaster relief efforts.
If you'd like to support the storm survivors, you can call 1-800-SAL-ARMY. That's 1-800-SAL-ARMY and designate April 2010 tornado outbreak. Or you can text the word GIVE to 80888. And again, that's the word GIVE to 80888.
You can also send checks to the Salvation Army Disaster Relief at P.O. Box 100339, Atlanta, Georgia, 30384-0339.
And hopefully we'll have this on Facebook later for you. So if you want to log on to Facebook, you can get those addresses. Or you can call us here at the station, 727-9400, and we'll be happy to give that information to you. So please be sure to designate April 2011 tornado outbreak. And apparently they have so many people in shelters, thousands of people in shelters, and they haven't had that many in shelters since Katrina in 2005.
Well, yeah, it's been quite a while since we've had storms of this magnitude really hit us. It's really terrible, terrible tragedy. Folks, the Pahrump Biz Expo was last weekend, and we had a chance to talk to several of the businesses there, one of which was Montana Promotional Design.
Montana Promotional Design started out as my retirement 10 years ago, and it turns out I'm working harder now than I worked before.
What a great retirement.
Well, that'll come along down the road somewhere along the line. We have 3 15-color embroidery machines. We do direct digital garment printing. We do screen printing. You name it, we do it.
Wonderful. You guys are doing really well. You're up off of Loop Road, is that where you're at?
We're between Ace Hardware and the post office on Loop Road. We've been there for 13 years now.
Tell me some of your specialties.
Specialties are that we have the capability of printing products directly from the computer onto any garment that may exist. As can be evident here, this is polyester. We do these high visibility.
Do people have to order a large quantity, or do you do small quantity?
In thousands, we have a capability of printing 700 shirts an hour.
On garments or all the other things?
We once had a job to do for Lake Las Vegas. There were shoes, and we had to print Lake Las Vegas on wooden shoes. And where'd they come from? Overseas.
Do you guys have a website?
We do. At the present time, it's being built up again because we wanted to modernize it. We wanted to do it so every month we put a special up there so our people can go ahead and say, oh, they got a special this month for this and for that, and hopefully we get more business.
And for more information, how can they call you?
They call us anytime, 724 at 775-751 and 9300.
Thank you so much.
You're totally welcome.
And that was just one of many businesses featured at the Biz Expo last weekend, and we'll hope to have more for you next week. The Pahrump Town cleanup starts at the Calvada Eye Duck Pond on May 7th. We spoke to George Sosman and John Pollock about the cleanup and where and when to sign up.
Yeah, we're going to be starting first thing on the 7th of May over at the Duck Pond. We have sign-ups at the Chamber of Commerce. And then do we have sign-ups at the library too?
No, it's just that they see me, they could sign up.
Okay, yeah, that's what I've told my students too. We've got a list that goes at the college. They can sign up. And we're going to do things with teams. The team that collects the most trash will get these very nice T-shirts that were manufactured for us by the lady at Specialty T-shirts. And she gave us a couple hundred of them. We got everything from kids to double extra large, so we can fit everybody in town, I think, except for a few.
So tell me, how does town cleanup work? How do you guys actually get the crews together, put them in the right locations? How does the whole town get cleaned up? You know, how does this all program work?
Well, we have our good friends over at Pahrump Valley Disposal, Damon Shea. He's been part of this for a few years. Those people, the people at the Rotary, they do the, I don't want to say robocalls, but they have a list of people to call who come out every year and are caretakers, and we can rely on them. And they know to come out. They have special areas that they keep clean. And if you come out, if you want an area to clean, we'll give you a place to clean that we know that there's trash that hasn't been picked up. But they've been calling, and they will be calling this weekend. And up till the day of the event, May 7th, you could actually come there the day of the event at 7 o'clock at the entrance to the duck pond over at the Calvada Eye and sign up. We have regulations from the NDOT. You have to sign a disclaimer, read the instructions. There's things that you have to do or you can't do that are on the state roads and other roads also to keep yourself safe. We give you the orange bags. We give you vests to keep you safe. You're in by 7, you're out by noon. And also on the day of the event or the night before, there's going to be their big drop boxes they're going to put out there. So for Mother's Day, you can clean up the house for Mom and keep her happy. So the dumpsters are going to be near Ian Deutsch Memorial Park. They're going to, let me look at the list here, Homestead and Gamebird, Thousand Air and Homestead, and then Basin and Blag. They've been there for most of the time for the past years also. So this is an event to take some pride in our community. George and myself are on the Nuclear Waste and Environmental Advisory Board. This was started by Patricia Cox when she was on the Chamber of Commerce, and she was a commissioner also. She's left the area, so
we kind of took it over, and
yes.
And the town's been good enough
as representatives of the town. So
and the town supported us with advertising and things like that. And additionally, we also provide water, and we'll go around and check on the teams. If people want to do stuff with teams, all they got to do is just put a list of their team together. And if they want to do things individually, they can do that too. They can just come, and we'll assign them to a team if we need to, or they can pick a section of road and work it by themselves if they want.
Saturday, May 7th, 7 a.m. to noon.
Right.
Yes. The entrance to the duck pond. That's where we were last year, so you'll be able to find us. Thanks.
So now, Rhonda, have you ever done a Pahrump Town cleanup before?
I have. I've done at least the last 2 years for sure. I did it with the Rotary. And I actually thought it was pretty fun. You know, we got together as a group, and we had our bags, and you feel good about cleaning. We had Highway 160 part of it because they designate areas.
Sure,
but
sure.
Anyway, we picked up a lot of trash. It is amazing what people throw out of their cars or whatever.
So do you use like those little poker sticks, or you use like clamps?
Yeah, we had poker sticks and stuff. This year I'm not going to be able to participate because I have 3 herniated discs, and it's really been giving me a lot of trouble with my legs. So I'm not going to be able to do it this year. But I encourage you to do it because it's actually fun to clean up the town. And I wanted to say, not last year, but the year before, the Pahrump High School football team got involved. And I thought that was great. And they actually had the record for the most trash picked up. Last year, they weren't involved. I don't know what happened there, but hey, I challenge you, new coach of Pahrump Valley High School, to get your high school football team involved and get them out there to pick up that trash.
That's right, because we all know
the challenge is on. Somebody let them know.
We can all use a cleaner Pahrump, so let's do it.
Yes.
Folks, here's Terry at West Star Ranch Animal Rescue with this week's Save a Pet segment.
Save a Pet is generously brought to you by Auto World at 727-8000 and Greenspan Brokerage at 751-6200. Put the green team to work for you.
Hi, this is Terry with West Star Ranch. We're sitting here with Joey. Joey is a black lab. He's just under 2 years old. He gets along with other dogs, and he's looking for a forever home. If you're interested in Joey, please come by and see us at 780 Mance Road, or give us a call at 727-9273. Our hours are 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday. So come on by and see us and maybe adopt Joey, take him home, give him a forever home.
Save a Pet is generously brought to you by Auto World at 727-8000 and Greenspan Brokerage at 751-6200. Put the green team to work for you.
So it was a little blustery today.
Yeah.
Did you notice?
Yeah. I'm doing okay now. I had a little static flying around earlier.
It was definitely hat weather if you were out there today. But, you know, the nice thing is it looks like this might be the last of it for a bit. I mean, not saying the winds are going away completely, but they're certainly dying down. It's nowhere near as bad as it has been. And you'll have a look at that in your 7-day forecast, which I'll have for you right after this break.
46 Weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Hey everyone, welcome back to News 46. I'm Rick Vale with your weather. We had a bright and sunny day out there. Would have been gorgeous if not for the 35-mile-per-hour gusts we were getting. We had a high of 78, winds coming out of north at about 16 miles per hour. But again, the gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Very windy for us today. Our pressure holding steady. The barometer leveled off right around 29.96. Sunrise was at 5:54 a.m. and our record high was 96 degrees back in 1981. Looking at tonight, it's still expected to be clear for us, so that's nice there. Nice starry night for us with a low of 45. Cool if you're a stargazer. Tonight's the night to do it. Winds out of the north-northeast up to 8 miles per hour. Gusts up to 24 miles per hour. Still windy. And also remember tonight still got the Air Force in the sky, so you're going to hear some jets and see all kinds of activity up there. Sunset's going to be at 7:30 p.m. and our record low will be 33 degrees back in 1991. Moving on to our 7-day forecast, the weekend's looking pretty nice for us temperature-wise. 71 degrees on Saturday, 42 for the overnight low. And gusts, not as bad as we've been having. 20-mile-per-hour gusts are expected. Sunday, 21-mile-per-hour gusts expected with a high of 78 and a low of 41. Heading into next week, 18-mile-per-hour gusts for Monday and Tuesday. 78 for the high on Monday, 41 for the low. Tuesday, 86 for the high, 47 for the low. Wednesday, hump day, back up to about 20-mile-per-hour gusts. But as you can see, looking at this 7-day forecast, all week long, it's been pretty good. I mean, the winds are dying down. We're not hitting 40 miles per hour every day, which is very nice. Wednesday, 89 for the high, 52 for the low. Thursday, 23-mile-per-hour gusts expected. We're looking at 89 for the high, 53 for the low. Finishing off our 7-day forecast, next Friday, 35-mile-per-hour gusts with a high of 92, our first 90-degree day expected, and a low of 62. Well, now, you know, Rhonda, I'm really glad you're here today. Thank you very much for covering for Kelsey.
Yes, because Kelsey's
But I know you had a really long day today. I heard you were up at, like, before the sun was even up. What was going on?
I'm a
You're
sucker
so busy.
for weddings, and I'm a real sucker for royalty. Everybody wants to be a princess.
Oh, well, but now there's only one.
I know, and she's beautiful. And yes, I was up. Thank goodness for TiVo, or else I would have been up at 1 a.m. So I got up at 3. And I wiggled out to the couch with my pillows. And yeah, I started watching the whole thing, and I caught up to the kiss, and it was a little disappointing. So I'm glad they kissed again.
Oh, they got to do it twice.
It was a teeny bit better. Yes,
Oh, okay.
I know you haven't watched it.
No, I haven't.
Because your wife recorded
when
it.
I left, she was in the. You were in good company because when I left for work, she was watching it as well. So.
See, yeah. So I had to get up early. So yes, I've had a long day. I'm very tired, Pahrump. I've been to the royal wedding and back.
How was England?
It was lovely, and the weather there has fortunately been really good for England.
Well, that's very rare. England is always cloudy and rainy and drab.
Yeah. So they were fortunate that it did not rain on them today.
Well, that's a good omen.
Yes, it is. And the Pahrump Valley Lions Club is accepting scholarship applications from seniors graduating from the Pahrump Valley High School in June 2011.
You can call 727-9016 for information and to receive an application. The deadline is May 15th, so make sure you get those things in there. May 15th is only 2 weeks away at worst.
Yes, and don't be afraid. If you haven't done a lot of volunteer work and things like that, the Lions Club looks at some different avenues, so make sure you apply for that application for that scholarship, because you definitely may get it. You don't have to have a straight 4.0. They look at a lot of different things. So a lot of kids think, oh, if I didn't get a 4.0, I'm not going to apply. Or if I didn't volunteer everything under the earth, I'm not going to apply.
Yeah, no, the worst they can ever say is no. It's not like it's going to mark you on your credit report.
Definitely apply.
Make sure you do it.
Yes. And the San Gennaro Feast is here, and we have another contest on our Facebook each day. You can win tickets to the San Gennaro Feast May 4th through the 8th at the Silverton. We'll be posting trivia questions at random over the next several days. So keep checking our Facebook page for your chance to win 4 passes and ride tickets over a $50 value.
And of course, a congratulations goes out to all of our previous winners. We've had, I believe, up to 6 by now. And we've got even more tickets to give away. So make sure you're a friend of our Facebook page.
Yes.
And everybody's really eating them up, too. They win the tickets, and that day, not an hour later, they're here picking them up.
Yes.
It's really good.
And make sure you do it quick, because the next winner still gets ride passes. So if you have kids, it's good for you. Winners after that, the ride passes are gone, but we do have the VIP entrance tickets, which save you about $10 a person to get in. So
you'll still be getting these, just not these.
Yes. So we only have so many.
And folks, that does it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
From everyone up here in the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening and weekend, and we'll see you here again on Monday night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.